You're watching ACC Network Extra as we welcome you to Pittsburgh and the God of Ice for tonight's college basketball game between the 8-2 Rice Owls from Conference USA and the ACC's leading scorer Michael Young and the 8-2 Pitt Panthers. Jeff Hathorn and Curtis Aiken courtside here at the Peterson Event Center. And while the Panthers are 8-2 and they're receiving national attention, Curtis, they're looking to put two halves together.
No question about it. You mentioned they're 8-2. They played 10 games, and the reality, Jeff, is they only put two halves together one time, and that was back in November against Maryland. So if they're going to win tonight, they're going to have to put two halves together because this is a very good Rice team.
A number of dynamic scorers in tonight's game. We showed you Michael Young, who's averaging 23 points a game. Igor Kulichev, and Curtis, look at that percentage from three.
Man, if he continues that, he's going to definitely be perhaps leading the nation in three-point percentage. But the thing I'm impressed with is his size, being able to go in and rebound the basketball at a clip of 7.7 a game.
Along with Kulichev, a couple of sophomores in that starting lineup to look for. Connor Cashaw and Marcus Evans, who last year was a Conference USA Freshman of the Year.
Had a chance to watch him. He's the real deal in the fact that, you know, he scores the ball in bunches, but he does it in the flow of the game, which I really like.
For the Panthers, four seniors, including Michael Young, Jamel Artis, Chris Jones, Sheldon Jeter, and the redshirt sophomore Cam Johnson. As we get you set for tip here at the Pete, the students are on break, but the fans are here. A battle of a couple of 8-2 teams. Rice, not the same strength of schedule, but an interesting matchup here with the way they can score the basketball.
It is, but you know, the other thing that's interesting is that the Panthers haven't played in 10 days. Rice is coming off a win against Evans.
St. Edwards,
yeah. St. Edwards, what, 3 days ago. So, you know, they're more in the basketball mindset. The Panthers obviously was off because of the break with Scoop.
Sean Hall, Dwayne Gladden, and Greg Evans are the officials for today, as we see Rice in the visiting blue and gray, and the Panthers in the home white trim with blue. As Cam Johnson gets the scoring started with a nice jump hook.
Yeah, that's not something that you see very often. ISO for Cam Johnson on the block. He's usually a three-point shooter.
Panthers first on the board. First possession for the Owls. And you see them wanting to work tempo, wanting to get it going, although they don't have a ton of fast break points.
No, they don't, and this is a team that doesn't mind playing the half-court set. They'll move the basketball until they get a good look, as you see.
Kulichev walked before he drew the foul. First turnover of the game on the Owls. Mike Rhodes, in his third season, trying to build this Rice program into a team to watch for in Conference USA.
Well, I enjoyed visiting with him today. He said something that I haven't heard in a long time. He says those two guys, his scorers, they don't have the green light, they have the neon green light.
Panthers have a couple of those as well, and Artis and Young. And there's Young with the basketball. Double teamed. So we'll see how, we've seen different coaches defend the Panthers stars. We'll see how it works out for Rice. Backdoor to Johnson. Misses a shot, ball knocked away, but controlled by Rice. Here come the Owls. Jackson, crossover. And a deep three from Jackson, and it's a Rice lead of 3-2.
Kind of an unorthodox shot. Didn't look like he was going to shoot it. Raised up and knocked it down. Jackson's
a young man who missed all of last year due to injury, and heading into that season was preseason all-conference team. And a turnover on the Panthers. Actually a foul call
offensive
on
charge.
Michael Young.
A turnover nonetheless, because if they didn't call offensive foul, the pass was a little too strong for Chris Jones on the baseline.
25th most wins among active coaches, just one behind Mike Bray's. Kevin Stallings, 8-2 early on in his Panther career.
He'll climb up the ladder.
Good look down low. And bounce pass outside, as you'll see. There's another foul on the Panthers, that one on Chris Jones.
Rice is doing a good job of spreading the Panthers out right now. And when you spread them out like that, you put the ball on the floor, especially if you catch it in a triple threat position, it creates seams.
It's an early 3-2 lead for the Owls, who will go back home for the rest of the non-conference before they start Conference USA action. Panthers similarly are at home for the rest of the time before the ACC starts against Notre Dame right here. Offensive rebound and the putback by Jackson, who has all of 5 of Rice's points.
Nice hustle by Jackson to keep that ball alive.
Comes Young quickly the other way. He mans it up and in, and the foul.
He was not to be denied on that possession.
Quickly the other way the Panthers come. Young able to handle the basketball and take it right to the hoop. Quite a season for the Panthers senior.
He's off to a terrific start.
Young has led Pitt in scoring in 9 straight games. Evans works, kicks. 15 on the clock. As Evans gets it back, you see that quick first step, but he loses the basketball, and the ball stripped from Young. Kulichov. Evans from the corner, and nearly gets the friendly roll, but the rebound controlled by Jones. There's Young from
nice
3.
Ball movement. He was too wide open.
And a deep look. Douglas wide open down low. Good look by the Owls. Jeter nearly lost it. Got it down low, and Young misses the layup. Evans will pull. Waves off balance. Bit of a rush shot there from Evans there, Curtis.
Yeah.
Cashaw misses that shot. Artis with the rebound. Here come the Panthers with numbers. Artis stops, pops, drops.
He does that so well. Mid-range game has really improved over the last few years. Nice hands by Cam Johnson.
And the turnover. Artis again. Misses a shot, but will go to the line and shoot 2. Douglas the foul. So we see the Panthers on the break. And Artis hits that shot. And that's well within his range, really. Anything from 3 on in. As Artis makes the first free throw, shooting 78% from the line.
Makes it look so easy. Not the free throw, I mean just the pull-up jump shot. That's a very difficult shot. You don't see many guys that perfect that. A mid-range game. It's a lost art.
Nearly 19 a game, makes both free throws. Some substitutions each way. Ryan Luther in for the Panthers. Marquez, Letcher, Ellis among the substitutions for the Owls. Austin Meyer in as well. And so is 21, Chad Lott. Crossover. Lester Ellis drives, good left hand.
Beautiful finish.
Letcher Ellis with 2. Luther. Jeter, the head fake, back out to Johnson. 15 on the shot clock.
Good ball movement by the Panthers.
And Luther backs his way down for 2. Here quickly is Lott the other way. Kick out. Jackson thought about it. Back to Lott. Kolichev not in. The 2 leading scorers, Kolichev and Young, both sitting right now. Jackson, 3-ball no good. He tries to draw a foul, no call. Here come the Panthers leading by 2. Johnson looking to make it 5. No good. Offensive rebound to Jeter. Johnson with a nice catch. He's able to control and kicks it back out to Jones.
The thing about Johnson, I mean, even if he misses a shot, every shot looks like it's going in. It's just a beautiful release of basketball.
Artis got a size mismatch with Evans. Jones to Luther. Luther kicks. Johnson from the corner. A 3-ball for Johnson.
Heads up play by Luther to find a wide open Johnson on the baseline.
Biggest lead of the game for the Panthers is 5. Letcher Ellis, not one of those 3-point threats, but he'll take the 3. High arcer. It makes me eat my words.
He said, take that, Jeff Hawthorne.
Fletcher Ellis with the high arcing three. It's a 2-point game. As Luther works it down low.
Luther got away with a travel.
Lott running the middle, knocked away by Jones, but controlled by Fletcher Ellis. Nice look down low, and Meyer lays it up but misses. Jones, Johnson, and offensive foul on Cam Johnson, his first, team third. Panthers leading it 16-12. We see Cam Johnson, smooth Cam Johnson from the corner, and the Panthers are up 4.
Knockdown.
Panthers get set for action in the Pinstripe Bowl against Northwestern, and there are still tickets available. It's a 2 o'clock start, December 28th, and an opportunity for you to see football at Yankee Stadium. Now, the initial allotment sold out, but there are additional tickets available starting at $55. Reserve your tickets by visiting PittsburghPanthers.com and see that man, James Conner, for the last time as a Pitt Panther. And Curtis, there have been a lot of great players, but when you're looking at the whole package, James Conner.
Real deal. I mean, he represents the university and the city of Pittsburgh extremely well. I'm disappointed I'm not going to make that game. I haven't been to Yankee Stadium yet. Still trying to get there. Have you been there yet?
I have been to the old Yankee Stadium.
Oh, no. I've been to the old one.
Good drop step by Evans as he drills his first bucket of the game.
Step back.
Panthers with substitutions. Michael Young back in the game.
Damon Wilson.
Damon Wilson and Milligan, or Cathcart rather, for the first time. Wilson, wild drive. And that won't help his playing time. Fletcher Ellis gets it over to Lott. Lott, good bounce pass. Kulichov finds his way down low.
His first bucket of the night. Panthers cannot afford to let him get going.
So it's Artis, Young, Wilson, Luther, and Cathcart. Cashaw, Evans, Kulichov, Fletcher, Ellis, and Lott. Good look down low. Beautiful. And the layup up and in by Artis.
Really nice give and go.
And a throw out of bounds. A turnover on the Rice Owls. Panthers lead by 2 here at the Peterson Event Center as we see the good step back right there from Evans.
Be noisy. Be joyful. Be together. Celebrate joy with Dunkin's holiday-flavored coffees, espressos, and donuts. America runs on Dunkin'.
Wow, you're really festive?
Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about.
Like what?
You smell like nutmeg.
Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now.
Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is the reason to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
There's still time this holiday season to shop for your favorite Panthers fan. At the official Panthers team store is your place for new Pitt script gear. Shop online at PittsburghPanthers.com or come visit us inside the lobby of the Peterson Event Center. 'Tis the season for new Pitt script gear. As Cam Johnson and the Panthers up a deuce. Johnson with 5 points already. Panther basketball, Young, Luther, Kithcart, Jones, and Johnson. We see both teams shooting 50% or higher. The Panthers at 50 and 58 for the Owls. Panthers working the ball. Still 10 on the clock. There's the leading scorer, Young. Young, contested shot, short, and a rebound to Evans. Opportunity for Rice to take the lead. Or tie. Kulichov misses that badly. Rebound to Johnson.
Luther did a nice job of closing out.
Turnover on the Panthers. Kulichov looks down to Evans. Evans catches, spins, layup up and in.
Move. Nice body control. Strong finish.
We're back tied.
Evans is carrying the load so far.
We talked to Kevin Stallings before the game about finding minutes for his not top six, which would include Kithcart. An opportunity here for him to make an impression.
Well, the only impression that he really needs to make is to be solid with the basketball. They're not looking for him to score the ball. As you saw, Ryan Luther knocked down a three-point jump shot, but they're not really looking for him to score the basketball. They're looking for him to make good decisions with the basketball and not turn it over. Just be solid with it.
Kulichov misses down low. Here come the Panthers the other way. Jones, drive, out of control. Offensive foul called on Jones. That's his second. We're going to see Jamel Artis check in for Jones.
Just take a look at it here. I thought he was still moving, but he was just so out of control, you almost had to call offensive foul.
Well outside of the circle. So Rice the ball, down 3. Deep 3 from Jackson, no good.
Hit one of those earlier, but that didn't have a chance. Too flat.
Able to grab that rebound and take it the whole way down to Young. Young kicks it back out to Artis from the corner.
Tough shot.
And Young fighting for that rebound. It's controlled by the Owls. Kulichev against Kithcart. He's able to rise and score.
Absorbed that contact. Was able to finish over Kithcart.
Kept his body square to the hoop, too.
Strong kid.
See the Panthers
good pass.
With some substitutions, including Luther, who lays it up and in.
That's what they need Kithcart to do. Find the open guy.
3-point lead again for the Panthers. Jackson's going to move on Luther. Pushes off to get a little lane and lays it up and in left-handed.
Jackson's coming to play.
And a turnover for Pitt. Looking to push the ball, and the ball knocked out of bounds. 1-point lead for the Panthers. As we see the Panthers working against this press here.
Well, that's what happens when you're 6'5". Artis can see over the top of the zone, which created, you know, the opportunity that Kithcart did a nice job of finding Ryan Luther cut into the basket.
For the Owls, Kashaw, Kulichev, Adams, Jackson, and for the first time, the one senior on the Rice team, Andrew Drone. Kulichev looks up at the shot clock, drives, and travels.
It's a good call. You know, at least in my mind, I think we have the same vantage point sitting here watching this game. The Panthers have clearly outplayed Rice, but the score doesn't dictate that. I mean, they're only up 1 point. I think they're doing a good job of throwing Rice out of their rhythm, but they were still right in the game.
Good look down low to Jeter and knocked away, and a foul called on Rice.
That would have been Jeter's first attempt. Actually, it wasn't an attempt because he was fouled before the shot, but he hasn't taken a shot so far with only 8 minutes to go in the first half.
Ako Adams picks up the foul. Just 7 fouls so far in this first half. Luther trapped. Artis, plenty of time on the shot clock. Gets it back to Luther, who's working against the 6'10 drone. Kithcart from 3, no good. And nothing but blue shirts there for the rebound.
That's not what he does, but you know, you got to take that shot. I mean, you got to keep him honest. He was wide open. It wasn't a bad shot.
Kithcart grabs the rebound there. Not been a ton of empty possessions, but we've seen a couple in a row for these two teams. Both 8 and 2. See a couple of 3-pointers each way. 1 point lead for the Panthers. It's another 3-point opportunity. Cam Johnson drills it.
Forget about it. He gets an opportunity to set his feet like that. It's going down.
Jackson. Cashoff from the corner answers.
Nice ball movement.
Artis working off the screen. He'll try a 3. And Jamel Artis, 3 straight threes in this game.
Really nice play there. It was a dribble handoff, and Artis just caught it and knocked it down.
Artis with 9. Cashaw. Jackson's going to drive and kick back out. And 3-pointer missed by Cashaw. Kithcart, 1-on-1. Righty layup up and in. The freshman with the nice move.
Nice job at avoiding the contact. Finished over the top.
Biggest lead for the Panthers here at 6. Jackson thought about getting it down low to Drone. And a timeout for the Owls. Panthers have jumped out to a 6-point lead, helped out at the 3-point line. Cam Johnson here drills the 3, and Jamel Artis also had a big 3. Panthers up 6.
Hi, we're the Holford Quads. We're in 8th grade.
Technology is the only thing that really entertains us.
I'm going to use this picture on Sketchbook, and I'm going to draw mustaches on you all.
Using the pen instead of fingers, it just feels more comfortable for me.
Be like, boop, it's gone. I like that only I can get into it and that it recognizes my fingerprint.
Our old tablet couldn't do that.
It kind of makes you feel like you're your own person, which is a rare opportunity in my family.
Something new has arrived. Uniquely designed for the driven. Introducing the first ever Infiniti QX30 crossover. Lease the first ever Infiniti QX30 for $299 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
Rice Owls down 6 as Marcus Jackson looks for an 8th game this year in double figures.
Well, he's showing his versatility as you see him knock down the 3 there, and then here's his hustle move and getting to the rim there, and what a nice move here. Little herky-jerky, finished with the left.
Well, able to keep that pivot foot though, and a nice job of finishing. 3 of 6 from the floor. The 2 rebounds to go with the 7 points for Jackson, the junior out of California. In a wide variety of destinations, as Rice, a very tough school to get into, and you know, their head coach has done a really solid job. Mike Rhodes has, and after coming from Division III.
So he's recruited the right type of kids that fit this system, and you know, high academic kids, as you mentioned, and he's starting to turn it up.
Kulichov now with 6. Rhodes was the Division III Player of the Year back in '95.
Well, Jackson's been killing him, but Kulichov said, okay, I got it from here.
Artis from 3, no good. Rebound to Mike Young. Young, hook shot, doesn't fall. Kulichov gets the rebound.
Artist doesn't typically take bad shots, but that was one there.
Evans, oh, nice crossover. Lays it up and misses, and a foul called.
How quick is Jackson? That was Evans.
Cam Johnson with 2 fouls. Oh, he just crossed over and
Evans and Jackson, they're explosive. Love to play in a team with those 2 guys that you just spot up. Let them get in the lane, create, draw the defense, and set your feet and knock it down.
As we see the head coach for the Rice Owls, Mike Rhodes, in his 3rd season. He's from Eastern Pennsylvania. Said he heard some of his guys talking about the snow, and he and his sports information directors from Buffalo were just laughing at their thoughts of 25 being cold.
Well, I was just up at Buffalo for the Pittsburgh Steelers Buffalo game, and I got a taste of that.
Yeah, that's weather.
You enjoy it as a kid, but not so much as an adult.
11 on the shot clock. Artis in the paint, scores in the foul.
Yeah, talk about how he makes shots look so easy. I mean, this is a very difficult shot. You talk about body control. Nice soft hands.
And now a problem for the Owls. Kulichov has 2. As one man, if Rice is going to stay in this game, they need him on that floor. It's the lead now 5 for the Panthers, and Kulichov has to come out as we see Corey Douglas come in for Rice. So Douglas looking to hand it off to Evans, being guarded by Mike Young. Oh, nearly turned over. Jackson, 5 on the shot clock.
How about that?
Crossover and the 3-point opportunity.
Now you see me, now you don't. Whew. Saw the seam and took the seam and did the rest at the rim.
Jamel Artis picks up the foul.
We talked to Coach Rose about those kids in Houston, how good those guards are coming out of Houston. I mean, it's really a hotbed for basketball. Some real crafty guards. One guy in particular, a little guy by the name of Eaton Hope, from the Houston area. Very crafty with the basketball.
2-point lead for the Panthers as we approach the 4-minute mark of the first half.
2018 kid.
Young, drive and a foul call on Douglas. That's team number 6 on Rice.
On the floor.
Make that 5. 2 more until we get to the bonus. Inbound to Ryan Luther. So a lot of minutes here for Kithcart in the first half.
Well, because he's playing the game the right way. He's letting it come to him, and he's distributing the basketball.
Luther fake, and now a fast break the other way. Good look to Evans. Good strip by Kithcart. And the ball knocked out of bounds off of Pitt, but good defense there from Kithcart.
Yep, really good defense.
Panthers, just a 2-point lead here at home against Rice.
Sweden's greetings. We're bringing more merriment to the holiday season with a special offer on a brand new Volvo. Each comes equipped with standard features, like engine remote start to keep you warm this winter, and built-in Wi-Fi so you stay connected. Wherever your holiday travels may take you, get there in a brand new Volvo. It's our way of wishing you happy holidays this year. Get 3 months on us when you purchase or lease a new Volvo.
There is no typical day. There's nothing typical about making movies. I'm Victoria Alonso, and I'm an executive producer at Marvel Studios. We are very much hands-on producers. If my office becomes a plane or an airport, the Surface Pro is perfect. Fast and portable, but also light. You don't do 14 hours a day, 7 days a week for decades. If you don't feel it in your heart, listen, I know my superpower is to not ever sleep. That's it. That's the only superpower I have.
Panthers lead by 2 thanks to the game's leading scorer, Jamel Artis, with 12.
Well, there's some question about whether or not this kid can play the point guard at that size, but I think this answers that question for you. I mean, his ability to see the floor, and obviously he can knock down a tray and put the ball in the basket, but I'm very impressed with his poise and control at the point guard position. Doesn't turn it over with any regularity and really gets everyone involved. When we talk about Mike Young being the man on this team, the guy that goes and gets his bucket, this is the guy that lets the game come to him. But if you look up, he's averaging 19.9 a game.
So Lott goes to the line. So there was a foul call on the last play. And Rice now just down a point. First point for Lott. So Kevin Stallings. And the second one, no good. Rebound to Ryan Luther.
One thing you got to do on the road, you have to make the freebies.
Haven't been a ton of lead changes, but it's been pretty much a tight game throughout.
Well-played game.
Artis with 11 on the shot clock. Luther is going to drive and uses that body control to lay it up and in. Quickly come the Owls the other way.
11 points for Luther. 3:14 to go in the first half.
Panthers back in that zone. Good look down low. And ball nearly turned over. Kicked out. 8 on the shot clock. Owls going to have to force something up here. Cashaw from deep 3. No good. Bodies on the ground. Nothing called. Here come the Panthers. Jamel Artis down low. I mentioned 11 points for Luther as he scraps for the ball after the turnover. Here comes the quick Evans crossover. 3-pointer for Cashaw. No good. Rebound to Artis. Artis gets it to Johnson. Artis, Luther, Jones, Jeter, and Johnson.
Jeter has still not attempted a shot.
Jones, spin, drive, and an opportunity for 2 shots at the line. Cashaw, Evans, Martin, Letcher, Ellis, and Lott for the Owls.
It's one of those deals could have went either way on that call. That would have been Chris Jones' 3rd offensive charge, which has been a tough break for him. It's good to see that he was able to slither through there and not pick up the offensive charge.
First free throw right there. That's been a bit of an issue for Jones this year. Jones shooting just 58% from the line. But he makes 2. This is opposite day. Panthers lead back up to 5. Cashaw, Evans, Martin. Fake 3 by Cashaw, and he loses his pivot foot and traveling on the Owls.
It's a good call.
Turnover number 6 for Rice. They were without a field goal in the last 2:27. It's an opportunity for Pitt to be going a run here to end the first half and get that lead up into double digits. Artis from the corner on his way to doing that.
Artis already with 15.
Trap opportunity and up along the sidelines. Panthers playing some defense. Evans, deep 3, short. Rebound off of Artis. It will be Rice basketball with the new shot clock.
Jackson did a nice job.
So we see the son of the head coach, Jacob Stallings, and Pirates catcher. Jake had spent a lot of time last year at Vanderbilt doing analytics with his father in the basketball team.
How cool was that to see him out there this year with the Pirates?
He had a couple of magical moments near steal as we're under 1 minute to go. Cashaw Gets the ball back. Jackson's going to work the screen and lay it up and in. Fletcher Ellis with the screen, and Cashaw takes advantage of it.
No rim protector there. Everyone was flat-footed watching.
As we see Kevin Stallings furious on what they wanted. And a lot of that being driven right now at Jamel Artis. Panthers head coach with his team 6 points up in this game. The Oakland Zoo Holiday Pack. Choose from 3 games and get an Oakland Zoo t-shirt. Packages available starting at $35. To purchase yours, 800-643-7488 or visit PittsburghPanthers.com. A great opportunity for you to see the Panthers and get the new look Zoo shirt.
I got to stop over and check it out, see what they're working with there.
And that holiday pack includes a game against Notre Dame, the conference opener, right here on New Year's Eve.
Big possession for the Panthers, 34 seconds to go.
Panthers shooting 60% here in the first half. Artis, Jones, back to Artis. Johnson's waiting for it. Artis is going to work it. Luther kicks. Johnson 3. No good. Rebound tipped, controlled by Rice, and a foul on the Panthers and hard to the ground is Jeter, but it appears he is okay. So probably not the opportunity they were looking for, although Johnson was able to get a clean look top of the key.
Well, that's not what they wanted at all, to stop the clock with 9.8 seconds to go and send the guy to the other end to shoot 2. Well, actually a 1-and-1, opportunity to make 2.
With Rice a chance to cut into this lead with just under 10 seconds to go. You see Mike Rhodes and the Owls haven't trailed by more than 13 in any game this year and are giving the Panthers a game here in the first half. Fletcher Ellis makes the free throw. He has 6. Rice 5 of 6 from the line. Fletcher Ellis hits 2. Panthers get the last possession. Here comes Artis up the court. Behind the back to Luther. Luther finds Jeter from 3. No good, and a rebound to Rice. Entertaining first half here in Pittsburgh. Jamel Artis with 15 points leading the Panthers. And Marcus Jackson with 12 for the Owls. We've got a game here in Pittsburgh, 41-37 at halftime.
Sierra's innovative cargo box helps you get the job done easier, faster, and smarter. Easy lift and lower tailgate means just that. Effortless access to your cargo. A corner step rear bumper makes loading and unloading easy. And new tri-mode power steps are there when you need them and slide back to provide easy access to the front of the bed. The innovative cargo box in the Sierra 1500, intelligently engineered with you in mind.
Keep on your game with the Duncan playbook.
With the game headed for OT, this Monday night battle may bleed into Tuesday. Throw a regroup with Duncan on the calendar to give your team a chance to recover.
Panthers 41, Rice 37 at halftime. We saw an animated Kevin Stallings before the end of the first half. So what is Kevin Stallings like when we're not around? Well, here's an opportunity for you to find out. Here's Kevin Stallings, mic'd up.
Slipping now. Let's go. Get him, Jamel. Get him, Jamel. Eat him up.
I have a big voice in practice, a strong voice in practice, and so I'm very interactive. You know, at times we try to have a little comedy scene. We'll have some fun, and some things will be funny. At times it's serious. At times, you know, it's like anything else. You're making a point in a very adamant way.
Oh, come on, Jamel. Don't let that ball come in there. You got to come to a stop, but short of him. Just come to a stop because we can't get illegal screens.
I think the most important thing relative to the composition of practice is variety. I think we have to vary up the things that we do the drills that we do, if they get the same things day in, day out, they get tired, they get stale, as do the coaches. So we have to have 4 or 5 ways to work on transition defense. It can't be just the same one every day. Even as it pertains to warming up, how we warm up, we have 3 or 4 or 5 different things that we do just to get the day started with getting loose. So I really think variety is a real key. And then my goal is to have a positive interaction, positive impact on each guy each day.
Good job, Millie. Way to be physical. Good, Mike. Good, Mike. It's a good place to start.
The reception from the players has been outstanding, and their response to our coaching has been great. And so as long as we can continue to get that, we'll be good.
Stack it up. Good job today.
New Pitt head coach Kevin Stallings says the Panthers lead at 41-37 over Rice at halftime. We have more to come right here on ACC Network Extra.
This car wasn't made in Detroit or Tokyo or Mexico City. This, the Mini Clubman, was crafted in Oxford, England. A place where mass production isn't all that massive. And each car is engineered, customized, tuned, and crafted one at a time. The Mini Clubman, made in Oxford.
It's festive.
It's hot.
Welcome back to the Peterson Event Center. An entertaining first half as we're at halftime. Jeff Hathorn and Curtis Aiken. Really some good shooting, what we expected from both teams.
No question, good ball movement. As you mentioned, entertaining first half on both sides of the court. You know, if you're Rice, you're happy to be in this game, and if you're the Pitt Panthers, you're thinking, man, this team is a lot better than we probably thought they were.
Well, 'tis the season for some good matchups as we look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Georgetown, Syracuse. As the Hoyas pull out the win up in New York, 78-71. Florida State beat Manhattan. Purdue had lost 5 straight to Notre Dame, but the Boilers win at home against the Irish. And look at that Kentucky-North Carolina score, 103-100. A different game in Virginia as the Colonials go down by 40 to Virginia. Louisville win over Eastern Kentucky, and Virginia Tech big over the Citadel. And boy, you look at some of those scores, that Kentucky-Carolina game, wow.
Well, that's probably, I mean, a high-scoring game, as you mentioned, but I'm getting flashbacks of the Syracuse-Georgetown game, the old Big East game, and, man, those were some great matchups to see those guys. And this game's in Syracuse. You lose to Georgetown and go into Syracuse and beat Syracuse like that. That's pretty big.
And Jim Boeheim's still there. As we look at the upcoming schedule for the Panthers, Nebraska-Omaha here on Wednesday. Then the following Wednesday, the day of the bowl game, we have night action here at the Pete with Marshall in town. Then Notre Dame, Virginia, ranked 13th, who beat Robert Morris, and Syracuse on January 7th. More halftime here at the Peterson Event Center with the Panthers up 4 coming up.
Hi, check out the all-new Chrysler Pacifica. Nice, right? Tell her Pacifica is the most awarded minivan of the year. Wow. It's an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus.
Get more than a great deal during the Chrysler Big Finish event.
Emerge restored, fortified, replenished. Emerge every day with Emergen-C, packed with B vitamins, antioxidants, electrolytes, plus more vitamin C than 10 oranges. Why not feel this good every day? Emerge-and-C.
Welcome back to the Peterson Event Center as we get you ready for the start of the second half between the ACC's Pitt Panthers and out of Conference USA, the Rice Owls. And it has been a really competitive game. We've mentioned the shooting. Defense maybe not there for either side as much as each coach would want it. But it really has been the type of game we expected.
It really has, and it's been a fun game to watch, and very few turnovers, and other than a couple of charges by Chris Jones. But both teams have played really solid basketball. I like the ball movement on both sides and creates good opportunities. And the Panthers, again, they've typically played a good first half, but let's see what can happen the second half.
And Rice didn't come in afraid. Of course, Panthers coming off that week off for finals, but you look at the hustle from Rice early on, especially from Marcus Jackson.
Well, Jackson's been all over the court, and that's the one thing you have to do on the road. You got to win the 50-50 balls, and you got to make free throws, and Jackson has really took the scoring load early for this Rice team.
See Letcher Ellis being able to drive the lane, a nice lefty look. Rice had success driving to the lane. They're also had some success from three as Letcher Ellis drills the high arcing three. For the Panthers, it's been about Jamel Artis.
Well, he's made all the right decisions and done an excellent job of obviously scoring the basketball, but he's gotten everyone else involved. You know, Mike Young, I should say, hasn't been as aggressive as he typically is in the beginning of the games. So Artis has taken up most of the scoring load so far.
Artis 2 of 4 from 3, 15 points. As we look at the stats at halftime, Panthers shooting 56% in the first half, yet only up 4 as the Owls have shot 48%. We see the assists and turnovers and rebounds all pretty close, which would tell you why the score is as close as it is. Just a 4-point game. And for the Panthers and the Owls here in the second half, let's start with the Panthers and what they want to do. We've seen struggles from this Pitt team in the second half. What do you want? What do they need to do better? And what's the talk at halftime?
It's all about focus, 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 focus. And, you know, it would appear that they may be a little tired the second half because he's really only going 6, 7 deep at best. And, you know, Kit Cart got a lot of minutes today, but it's really about focus. And it starts with their best two players and Artis as well as Young.
And these numbers are really telling when you look at the difference from the first to the second half, first in scoring margin. But if you look at that three-point percentage down to 27%, they're allowing more from three. Does that speak, what does that speak to? Is it just something of a focus, or is there also maybe some legs involved?
Well, no question. I think it's focus, no doubt, but it's also fatigue involved. And at the end of the game, you have to do a much better job of getting up off the floor and making shots.
Jamel Artis leading the Panthers with 15, and the Panthers need to come with that strong second half. So Curtis for the Owls, as they're looking for a big upset here in the second half. The Owls need to keep it going. They need to keep shooting at 48%. But if you're Rice, you're feeling good about yourself and what you did in that first half, I would think.
You have to be feeling good about yourselves. And as you take a look at their huddle right now, you see a lot of smiles. And I think they're looking at, they understand, they scout teams as well. They understand that Pitt is a much better first half team than second half team. So they didn't particularly play their best ball in the first half either. So they feel good about themselves. They're going to come out and attack Pitt right off the jump.
Is there an advantage for Rice in not having any pressure, no expectations? This is a bonus game for them.
Always pressure. I mean, it's always an advantage if you don't feel pressure. You know, when you can go out and play relaxed and play focus and not be intimidated or thrown off your game because of pressure, it's always to your advantage.
It's interesting. We saw Mike Rhodes there, the coach for the Owls, and we haven't seen any emotion from him. And his team really seems as even-keeled as he is, as far as not showing a ton of emotion either way. And they are down 4. So we see the calm roll. Rhodes speaking with the officials as we're ready to go here in the second half. The Panthers and Owls each 8-2 on the season. 5 ties, couple of lead changes. As we've seen, it's been mostly Pitt, but that lead only as big as 6 down low. And good steal from Jeter. Panthers have to slow it down a bit.
As I took a look at the stats, Jeff, one thing that really stood out is the fact that Jeter only took 1 shot the whole first half, and that was a shot that he took at the last second of the first half.
Good cut by Jones, unable to handle the pass. Owls, chance to cut into the lead. Evans working down low, kicks it back out and gets out of the three-point lane. So Jackson led Rice with 12 in the first half, and Jackson starts off the second half with the jumper.
He's feeling it.
Jackson with 14, a near travel by Jamel Artis. See where that focus is for Pitt here in the second half. Young, jumper, and a foul. Mike Young only with 3 points in the first half, and now has a chance to double it.
That's how you play through contact.
So Young working against Douglas. Douglas gets him on the arm, but he's strong enough to fight through, Curtis.
That's a bit of concentration.
And Young makes the free throw. Young 9th in the nation in scoring, but only 6 so far. Cashaw, the sophomore. Drills that jumper right in front of Cam Johnson.
That was pretty.
Rice lost by 1 at Texas Tech. And that's their only loss on the road as Cam Johnson hits the foul line jump shot.
Right back at him.
Kulichov the crossover. Jackson against Jeter is able to get around him, and Jeter swats it. Big block from Jeter. Here come the Panthers. It's a good hold there by Jeter. Artis had cut. Young is going to pass up the shot, drive in there, somehow get between the two defenders and lay it in. Shot no good. Rebound to Cam Johnson. Chance for Pitt to grab its biggest lead of the game. Artis down low. Jeter, lefty shot, rolls in. Biggest lead of the game for the Panthers at 9.
Good to see that go down for Jeter, his first bucket of the game.
Kulichov hands off to Evans. Evans, wild drive and a blocking foul on the Panthers. He'll go to the line. Good defense down low by Sheldon Jeter.
Didn't go for the first fake. Held his ground. Nice block.
And then, boy, how Young is able to maneuver through there, Curtis.
At that size, right?
Evans misses the free throw. These are things Rice has to do to stay in this game. Letcher Ellis into the game. Second free throw right there for Evans. Evans with 7. He averages 19.
It's been the Action Jackson show so far for Rice.
Cam Johnson. Artis drives, foul on the floor, no shot. That'll be the first on Evans. Chad Lott in for Cashaw. Inbounds for the Panthers. Looking to get to 9-2 on the season. No foul, a missed opportunity there for Artis. Jackson behind the back. To Lott working that perimeter are the Owls, and missed shot there from Evans.
Good ball movement.
Young, Kulichov guarding him. Kicks it out, and a blocking foul on the Owls. Letcher Ellis picks up the foul, his first. That's 3 fouls already on the Owls. As we wait for Letcher Ellis to tie his shoe. Now we're set to go. Inbound to Mike Young. Young working, kicking. Chris Jones with only 2 points in this game. Artis, good spin out of the double team. Lost out of bounds though, and it will be Rice basketball. Rice trying to hang in there, down 8 to the homestanding.
One test drive in a Mazda CX-3 delivers one hot meal to someone in need. One trek in a Mazda CX-5 makes one child smile. Test drive any Mazda during the Drive for Good event and we'll give back 1 hour of our time to local causes. Then we'll donate to St. Jude or a charity you choose when you buy any new Mazda. Because driving matters most when you're driving for good.
Still time this holiday season to shop for your favorite Panthers fan, and the official Panthers team store is the place for new Pitt Strip gear. Shop online at pittsburghpanthers.com or visit us inside the lobby of the Peterson Events Center. The holiday season is approaching. I know, Curtis, you've been shopping. I hope you got my right size.
I got you all covered, buddy.
It's an 8-point lead for the Panthers. Both teams 8-2 on the season. ACC Conference USA here at the Peterson Event Centers. Kulichov misses, and a foul on Letcher Ellis as Johnson goes down, but appears to be okay. It's one of those scary moments where a knee could get twisted, a leg get caught, but it appears that Johnson is okay. As Kulichov misses the jumper. And just hustle there for Letcher Ellis. And he picks up the foul, his second. Panthers in the home white as we see a +4 advantage for the Panthers on the boards. Johnson has 10. Ryan Luther has checked in. He has 11 and has the basketball. Young. Johnson's going to have to fire something up. That three hits rim and controlled by Ryan Luther. Bit of a break for the Panthers as they retain the basketball. Artis, and an offensive foul called on Chris Jones, his third.
All 3 fouls have been offensive fouls on Jones.
And now an opportunity for Kithcart. Kithcart 9 minutes in the first half.
The most he's played all year in the first half.
A nice layup.
More importantly, he ran the show for the team.
Now Kithcart will be challenged with Evans. Ball knocked away and out of bounds, Rice ball. And Kithcart and Evans about the same height, and Evans averages about 19 a game. It's a matchup to watch for here. We go through the second half, Panthers leading by 8.
Both guys are very fast. Quick with the ball.
Artis, there's the switch and a foul on Kithcart. Little handsy, his first.
Came up out of his defensive stance. You got to stay down defensively. Sit down defensively. Don't come up unless the ball is picked up or is passed.
Can't play defense grabbing either. Jackson grabs the inbound. Over to Evans. After tonight's game, Rice will play the rest of the non-conference at home. Good look down low to Kulichov.
Kulichov did a nice job of continuing to move without the basketball.
Kulichov with 8.
Evans and Jackson can get in the lane anytime they want. Nice ISO for Ryan Luther. Artis missed him. Went right back to him.
Knocked out of bounds. Still Pitt ball, 16 on the shot clock. As we see the work down low from Rice.
Kulichov's coming to the weak side. Nice reverse layup.
Good job using the rim to protect. Kithcart gets the inbounds. Pitt no points in the last 3:05, but yet holding on to a lead. There's a turnover. Good outlet to Evans, who jams it home. The little guy getting up high.
It's for all the 6-footers in the country. Tremendous athlete.
Now a 4-point game.
There's two mistakes in one right there by Kithcart. He got the ball poked away and he didn't get back into Transition defense.
How much deja vu are you feeling towards the last couple of Panther games where they had those second half issues? There's a steal and a foul on Artis, his second. The steal by Lott. He was going to go in uncontested, and a good foul by Artis.
Well, wasn't intentional, but it worked out to his advantage to get the foul at half court. There's a poke away by a kick cart. Wasn't able to get back in transition, and Evans attacks the rim.
Look at the young man fly.
Fly, young man, fly.
Checking into the game, you see for the Owls is Robert Martin.
Looks a spitting image of his dad, Bobby Martin, who played here back in the 80s. Came in 1988 with a great group of young freshmen, Sean Miller, Jason Matthews, Bobby Martin, of course, and Brian Shorter.
1,200 points in his career, 775 rebounds.
And how can I forget my man, Darrell Porter? That was a great class there.
Good, strong rebound from Johnson. Here come the Panthers the other way. So we see Young work on Martin and a travel on Young.
Well, Young did what he's supposed to do. He went right at the young guy, Martin, and I think he was a little too anxious, as you see Martin Jr. there.
And what a thrill for Bobby Martin. His father coaches at Northeastern, so unable to be here tonight. His dad was a McDonald's High School All-American back in '87.
Well, Robert spent most of his childhood here in the Pittsburgh area before he moved down to live with his dad in Boston. And what a great kid. I got an opportunity to get to know he and his family. And Coach here at Rice feels the same way about him.
Evans now with 11. It's a 2-point game. Luther drives the lane, and an offensive foul on Ryan Luther. And once again, Robert Martin makes his presence felt along the baseline. That time he picks up the charge on Luther, driving the baseline right here.
Good heads-up play by Martin to get out there and outside of the arc there.
And now an opportunity with the three for Rice to take the lead. Rice, one of the better three-point shooting teams in the country, just 3 of 16 so far. Evans kicks. Good drive by Evans. Oh, the body control and a foul called on Kithcart, his second. Rice making a rally. It's a 7-0 run, a 2-point game in Pittsburgh.
Rule number 46. It's rude to shout.
Okay, but rule number 67. It's impolite to whisper.
Hey, Charles, can you get me some water, please?
What's in? Sorry, Coach. Force a habit. Want a bite?
Snap into a Slim Jim!
A lot for Pitt fans coming up on ESPN. Men's basketball on Wednesday against Nebraska Omaha, and then a doubleheader the following Wednesday with the Pinstripe Bowl at 2 from New York. Panthers and Northwestern. The men's basketball here at the Pitt against Marshall. Then a couple of ranked teams invade. The start of ACC play with Notre Dame, and the women host Miami as we start the new year on January 2nd. Exciting time for Panther fans as ACC play just 2 weeks away, and the Panthers still have some work to do.
New year, new season.
Evans to the line, 11 points, make it 12.
That's how we always looked at it when I played. You know, when the Big East regular season started, that was a new season. And there's a whole different mindset and approach that you got to take to those games.
And we're tied here in Pittsburgh between the Owls and Panthers. It's a Pitt team that started to receive votes in the national polls. But this is a familiar refrain for the Panthers, who are struggling in the second half. Artis, 3-ball right there. 18 for Artis. Kulichov, step back three. I think that was partially blocked, knocked out of bounds. Pitt basketball, good defense from the Panthers.
Really good defensive set there.
We see the extension from Jeter.
Nice closeout.
Jeter now with the basketball. Panthers running through their offense. Jonathan Milligan in the game for Pitt. With Michael Young sitting out right now. Artis, 3-ball. No good. Rebound tapped by Jeter, and a foul on, I believe, on Robert Martin.
Nice job by Jeter to keep it alive.
Pittsburgh native picks up the foul. You see Kevin Stallings leading the Panthers 8-2, but in a battle here at home against Rice. Milligan the inbound. Good look down low, and Artis lays it up and in.
That's how you run an OB. Well executed.
Artis with 20.
Four guys in double figures for the Panthers.
Fourth game of the year for Artis with 20 points. Ball nearly stolen, but Jeter controls it. A chance for Pitt, after being tied, to push this lead north of 5.
And this is happening with Mike Young on the bench.
Artis trapped to Luther. Plenty of time on the clock. Jeter. Milligan's going to try a 3. High arcing rainbow drops for Milligan.
He got that high arcing jump shot.
And a timeout by the Owls. Panthers on an 8-0 run, ending with a 3 there by Milligan. Panthers lead it 58-50.
There is no typical day. There's nothing typical about making movies. I'm Victoria Alonso, and I'm an executive producer at Marvel Studios. We are very much hands-on producers. If my office becomes a plane or an airport, the Surface Pro is perfect. Fast and portable, but also light. You don't do 14 hours a day, 7 days a week for decades. If you don't feel it in your heart, listen, I know my superpower is to not ever sleep. That's it. That's the only superpower I have.
Panthers lead by 8 thanks to that man, Jamel Artis. 20 points, part of the Panthers dynamic duo, as the Panthers lead by 8. An 8-0 run for Pitt against the Owls. Rice coming off a timeout. And a deep 3 from Jackson.
That's how he started the game off, knocking down a wide open 3. Panthers have to do a better job of closing out.
17 from Jackson, and now a zone look for the Owls.
If the Panthers continue to move the basketball as they did the first half, they'll be fine. They'll get an open look. Miss Milligan the first time.
Panthers working some clock. Artis drives, and a blocking foul on Letcher Ellis, his 3rd. Another one of those 50-50 calls, but appeared like he may have been moving just a hair, just slightly. So Mike Rhodes, the head coach there for the Owls. Inbounds for the Panthers, a fresh 30 and a 5-point lead. And now back to man are the Owls. Jones drives, gets it to Luther, and Luther's fouled. And that's going to be 4 on Letcher Ellis. See a substitution for the Owls. Corey Douglas, the freshman, will check in. But first, Luther to the line. 11 points, all in the first half.
Really played a complete game offensively the first half. Did a nice job of attacking the basketball and moving it, getting himself in position to get open looks, and knocked him down the first half. 12 points so far, make that 13.
A junior from Hampton High School, doubling his season average. It's a 7-point lead. Kulichov, fake, Jackson. He'll step back and hit another three. Jackson, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc.
Well, that's a guy that can get open looks because you have to respect his quickness. I mean, he's in that triple threat position. He tacks that front foot. You have to open up. And as he did there, he raised right up and knocked down a jump shot.
Milligan to Jones. Jones drives, and a foul called down low on Douglas. And that's 8 on the Owls. Well, it's the first half. We didn't see many fouls. The fouls have picked up here in the second as Mike Young checks in for Jeter.
I think that's in large part due to the fact, Jeff, that they're doing a much better job of getting in the seams and trying to attack the rim. And conversely, Rice is doing a lot of pushing and holding.
Jones hits the free throw. Saw Jackson try to take off. You see Kevin Stallings probably wondering what he was doing too. Second one out. Kulichov the rebound.
Jones with 3 for 4 for the line.
Jackson, can he do it again? No. Rebound to Young. So here are the Panthers with Artis, Young, Luther, Jones, and Johnson. Cashaw, Evans, Kulichov, Douglas, and Jackson for the Owls. Luther, backdoor, Artis. Rounded in.
Shooter's touch. Shooter's roll, I should say.
22 for Artis, driving the baseline and laying it up and out is Cashaw. Quickly comes Jones the other way, seemingly through the Rice defense, but the ball is turned over. Here comes Evans against Johnson. Kick. Kulichov is going to drive and lay it up and in. Lead back to 5. Panthers unable to get that final nail. It's been such an issue for this team all year. Although in games decided by 5 points or less, Panthers are 4-0. From the corner, Ryan Luther, a big night here with 16 points.
That was beautiful.
Kulichov misses, and a foul down low will be on Douglas.
Foul's on Jones.
No, on Jones, my bad. Foul down low, but the Panthers lead it by 8. Ryan Luther with 16 here in Pittsburgh.
Not everyone speaks Sriracha.
Sriracha.
But when a fan says
Sriracha.
they want a Sriracha chicken sandwich with Sriracha Jack cheese, Sriracha infused aioli, and a Sriracha bun. Wendy's spicy Sriracha chicken sandwich for a limited time.
Wow, you're really festive?
Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about.
Like what?
You smell like nutmeg. Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now.
Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is just one of the reasons to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
Panthers up by 8. Jamel Artis with 22 and doing it all over the court. Curtis?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how he improved his mid-range game. How about his three-point shot? I mean, just so fluid.
Artis also gets the shooter's roll. 22 points, 8 of 12 from the floor. 4 rebounds, 3 assists in 32 minutes. He's been key for the Panthers. It's Mike Young only with 8.
He told Mike Young, you can take the night off. I got you, partner.
Young, Johnson, Milligan in for Jones, who picked up his 4th foul. Artis and Luther. Kulichov, Evans, Douglas, Cashaw, Jackson for the Owls. Douglas around and out with that free throw. He had been 6 of 6 on the season.
Nice looking shot.
So a big chance here for Milligan down the stretch.
In a 1-2-2 zone.
He'll shoot the three, miss. Jackson with the rebound. Kulichov, pretty form, hits the three.
He won't go away.
He's shooting 61% from three for the season, just 1 of 3 tonight. Young kicks it back out. 12 on the shot clock, down to Young and a foul. We were talking to Mike Rhodes before the game and said, how does a guy shoot 61%? He's like, wait till you see him. And he's right, it's a beautiful form. He works hard to get open and drills that three to put Rice down 5.
Calls him a gym rat.
Young man from Russia found his way to Rice.
You have to make that kid go home. He's always in the gym.
Young makes the first free throw. Looking to get to double digits, which is something it's never really a question, it seems, with Mike Young.
Really nice touch from the free throw line.
For the 71st time in his career, Michael Young in double digits. This Rice team can't get back in the game with threes, but the Panthers extending their defense.
And they fall back into a 1-2-2 zone as well.
Evans looking to create. Kulichov, 3. No good. Rebound fought and pushing foul on
Martin.
Ryan Luther. Robert Martin, Bobby's son, working on that rebound, and he'll go to the line. There's a foul call there on Luther. Luther's second.
Martin has done a nice job so far, mainly on the defensive end. He forced Mike Young into a travel and then picked up an offensive charge against Chris Jones. Misses his first opportunity on a 1-and-1.
Well, he looks like his father, too.
He really does. Few inches shorter.
Artis drives lefty, nearly rolls in, but he'll shoot 2. When Artis and Young, when they lay the ball on the rim, it just seems so soft when it goes around.
Yeah, he really likes to go to his left hand a lot. Nice job of finishing most of the time. Wasn't able to get the roll there.
And Artis misses the free throw. You saw the stats at halftime. The Panthers don't do anything as well in the second half as they do in the first. Artis makes the second. The lead is 8. A little pressure from the Panthers. You look at the wingspan of what the Panthers have, at least in Johnson and Artis. Jackson. Martin for 3.
How about that?
Robert Martin.
The hometown boy. You know, Coach Rose talked about him and his confidence. He has him playing on the scout team to help build his confidence. He's that go-to guy on the scout team. So says after practices, he really feels good about nice pass out of that double team. They pins down on Young, and he did a nice job of finding Luther cutting on the weak side for a finish.
Luther slams home 2, a new career high of 18 points for Ryan Luther. Jackson drives, cut off by Johnson. Down low to Martin. Martin lays it up, no good. Good follow by Lott.
Martin's a freshman. He got bumped and wasn't able to finish, but he'll get better at it.
Good spin move by Young as he takes Artis to the rim, or takes Martin to the rim.
Right to school.
A little bit of back and forth here between these teams. Evans has it. It's not what he's known for as much, but he drills the 3.
Step back.
It's a 4-point game. You cannot count this Rice team out. They have fought hard and hit some big shots to keep from being down double digits. Artis hits the three. Good answer from Artis.
He's hit some big shots in his career. Add that to the list.
3:26. Lead is 7. Drive and a wild shot from Evans. But he'll go to the line and shoot a pair. It's a 7-point lead for the Panthers and a new career high for Ryan Luther as Pitt tries to slam this game home.
Hi, we're the Holford Quads.
We're in 8th grade.
Technology is the only thing that really entertains us.
I'm going to use this picture on Sketchbook, and I'm going to draw mustaches on you all.
Using the pen instead of fingers, it just feels more comfortable for me. Be like, boop, it's gone.
I like that only I can get into it and that it recognizes my fingerprint.
Our old tablet couldn't do that.
It kind of makes you feel like you're your own person, which is a rare opportunity in my family.
Bad combo. Good combo. At State Farm, we know good combinations. Talk to an agent for help combining your home and auto.
Lead has changed only twice. Panthers lead at 76-69, and really been a decent second half for the Panthers. They've struggled in many games in the second half. They're really lightening it up from the floor. 75%, including 57% from 3, and holding the Owls down to 33%, Curtis.
When you talk about lightening it up on the floor, you can't do any better than shooting perfect from the field. And Luther's 7 for 7 from the field, 2 for 2 for the line, doing a superb job of taking good shots and making shots, obviously. 18 points. He's been the difference coming off the bench for this Pitt Panthers team. But when you think about why this Rice team is still in the ball game, the Panthers have turned the basketball over 16 times. And points off turnovers, Rice has scored 19 points off their turnovers.
Jamel Artis thought about it as sitting back in the zone are the Owls.
Big possession nonetheless.
Now to man. Artis trapped, turnover. Evans by himself. Rises and misses, but a foul call on Artis. Evans will go back to the line. Chance to cut into this lead as the clock stops at 2:50.
I'd like to see this replay because it didn't look like it was a foul from here. But Artis isn't arguing it, so.
It's a bad pass. Maybe a little body underneath.
Knocked him off balance.
Evans misses again from the line. Evans shooting 76% on the season from the free throw line.
As a team, they're 9 for 14.
Makes the second. The lead again is 5 for the Panthers.
Those 5 free throws they missed can make the difference.
The token pressure by Letcher Ellis. Chris Jones back into the game with 4 fouls. Artis is going to drive and lay it up and in. Good step from Artis. Crossover from Evans. Evans trapped down low, out to Jackson. Evans cut off by Johnson. Letcher Ellis thought about it. He's going to drive, has the ball knocked away, but right to
travel.
Igor gets it back to Jackson for 3, no good. And a foul down low, it's going to be on Mike Young.
Coach Stallings can't be happy. Did a nice job defensively to do what he probably thought forced him into a travel. It wasn't called, and Mike Young gets caught out of position and picks up the foul.
So 3 fouls for Young, 3 on Artis, 3 on Luther, 4 on Jones, 2 on Johnson. And the free throw goes down for Lott. Letcher Ellis on the floor with 4 for the Owls, but no one with more than 2 out there right now for Rice. That one no good. He's 1 out of 2s.
6 missed free throws.
The Panthers leading by 6. Under 2 to play. Panthers working the offense. Young, ACC's leading scorer, backs down, kicks out. Jones, 5 on the shot clock, gets it to Luther. Luther is going to throw up a right-handed shot, and Ryan Luther, 20 points for the first time as a Panther as Evans drives down the lane uncontested, doesn't finish but picks up a foul.
Nice jump hook.
They used every second of that shot clock. The Panthers get 2, but Evans quickly the other way, a chance to match that at the foul line. No field goals for Rice in the last 2:31.
Panthers have really done a nice job of sharing the basketball. Artis is leading the way with 28, Young with 12, Luther with 20, and Cam Johnson with 10. 4 guys in double figures.
And again, 1 out of 2 for Rice. Spin move by Artis.
Just be solid with the basketball, and the Panthers will walk away with the win.
Rice is going to play defense here. Just over a minute to play. It's a 7-point lead. Artis looking backdoor for Young. Young kicks it back to Artis. Artis is going to drive, lay it up. Doesn't fall, but a foul call. And if that's on Letcher Ellis, that's his 5th. It's not. It's on Kulichov, his 3rd. And Rice is going to use a timeout. A timeout by the Owls, trailing by 7 with just under a minute to go. And Ryan Luther with 20 points, 8 of 8 from the floor. And Ryan Luther doing it just about every way, working inside. Luther also able to work it outside. Ryan Luther, 20 points. And you see right there a huge hoop as the shot clock was winding down. Luther also with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Big night for the young man from Hampton High School.
Not many guys can go 8 for 8 from the field.
So the Panthers go to the line, a chance to get the lead to 9. Jamel Artis a chance to get to 30 points. Artis' career high is 32.
I think Coach Stallings may have found that 3rd option he was looking for in Ryan Luther. I'm not saying he's going to score 20 a night, but he can put the ball in the basket, and he does a nice job of taking good shots. That's Artis' 2nd miss of the night from the free throw line. He could have already been over 30.
8-point game and a wild shot. Bounces around, no good. The rebound to Cam Johnson. You got to think Rice is going to have to foul. And a timeout by Jamel Artis right in front of us. So Pitt gets the timeout, 46 to play, 40 to play. And an 8-point lead.
Good heads-up play by Artis. 8-point game.
The first guy you're fouling if you're Rice is Jones at 56% from the line. But Young shoots it well at 83. Johnson at 78. Artis at 78. A lot of good free throw shooters for the Panthers. And the way Ryan Luther's playing right now, he's shooting 75% from the line. And the smart move, have Jones inbound the ball.
Yep. As you mentioned, Jones hasn't been shooting that great on the year, but he is 3 for 4 on the free throw line tonight.
And inbound to Johnson, and no foul. There's Jones with it, and a steal, and it's controlled by Cashaw. And ball blocked by Young. Good block by Young. Kicked out to Jackson. And Evans head fake. He's going to drive, try to pick up a foul. He does, but he doesn't finish, so He's going to go to the line. 25.6 to go with Rice trailing by 8. Well, Evans has been really good except at the foul line. 8 of 13, 19 points. And misses again. Rebound to Luther. No foul yet. As Martin's playing defense and a timeout for the Panthers. We'll still have one left. An 8-point lead for Pitt. Just over 20 seconds to go here as the Panthers look to go, Curtis, 9-2. Jamel Artis with 29 points. 10 of 14 here, Curtis.
Yeah, did a really nice job. And distributing the basketball. He had four rebounds as well, but I thought he played the complete game and played within himself. Always takes what the defense gives him. Never seems to be forcing or rushing things. So skilled.
Artis 4 of 7 from 3 and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Add in 3 assists with those 4 rebounds. A complete night for the Panthers senior.
Not because they won tonight, because they've won other games where they didn't play well in the second half, but I thought tonight was a complete game. When you look at the total body of work in the second half, particularly when you compare it to how they played in the second half in the past, they did a nice job of closing this one out.
And Artis has a chance to build on that at the line. See, Kevin Stallings will pick up his 9th victory as Panthers head coach. And Artis at 30. Artis and Young have combined for 42, which is what they average as a pair. Tops in the ACC, 4th in the country. Kulichov and Evans, the big duo for Rice, combining for 32. Good pressure here from the Panthers. Lead is 10. Kick, Martin for 3. That's off. Rebound to Artis. And we'll see Rice not foul, and that will do it. The Panthers shooting 64% from the floor, 50% from 3 as they continue the non-conference 9-2.
Good way to go into your next game, coming off a 10-day break, with school. I'm really impressed with how they finished this game, Jeff. I can't say enough about my looking forward to what they were going to do, because a lot of pressure was on them. Everyone was buzzing about not being able to close out games. I thought they did an excellent job of doing that tonight.
Panthers next at home on Wednesday against Nebraska Omaha. So for Curtis Aiken and our outstanding crew, I'm Jeff Hathorn saying so long for Pittsburgh, where the final score, Pitt 83, Rice 73. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
Share great images instantly. I am what I share. I am the D3400. I am Nikon.
That's my block. Didn't see your name on it. No, it's right here. Paul, all caps. Oh, I'm so sorry, Paul. Yeah. You want to take this inside?
Yes, I would love to take this inside.
I have no time for your games.
That was my guac. Do you want to take this inside?
We are so going to take this inside, guac boy. Can you dodge this?